Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Yo, mom in the fucking stand!
I want to share this story, and
Yes.
I've never put this story out there, but it's for me, it's probably one of the most like. I had a gentleman who came out to one of my shows, one of the clubs, and he got in line for the meet and greet, and gets to me and he tells me this story about how he's going through some stuff medically, and he just needed to get out and get away, and I made him feel better and feel good. And I'm like, well, I'm glad you came out to the show, glad you had some good laughs, and I hope everything turns out okay. Thank you so much. And he leaves. Next night I have another show there, another meet and greet. He's at the end of the line, gets there, and he goes, you know what, something told me to come back. I just needed to keep feeling like this, and I just felt like this is the only place that I could get that. Thank you. Hey man, my pleasure. I hope everything works out. Day 3. Shows up again, and he's like, listen, so this is what's going on. I'm going to be having triple or quadruple bypass surgery next week. I just don't know what's going to happen, and I just needed to get my mind cleared up. And listen, if I pull through, can I make you dinner? Like, what are you supposed to say to that? Like, dude, you pull through.
No.
If I live.
If I live.
And plus, it could help him live, if he has something to look forward to.
Can I make you dinner? And I'm like, yeah, dude. You sure, yeah.
Yeah, right, because you're like...
I'm like, what am I going to say? No, dude, drop dead. No. I mean, get better, and, But I felt like I got put on the spot right there. So, of course, guy pulls through. No problem. Flying colors. A few weeks later, I'm over at the Comedy Magic Club doing the meet and greet outside, and he's walking up the sidewalk with bandages on his chest, with the oxygen machine thing, dragging it with him.
Fuck.
And he's barely breathing. He's like, I just want to let you know it's okay. And when you're ready for dinner, and I'm like, oh, go home. You got an oxygen tank.
Go home,
like,
right.
Dude.
Right.
And he came
Do it
back
here.
the next night again.
No.
And he's like, so tell me what you like to eat. And so I can,
fuck.
Whoa. Hey, dude, this is,
You need to go recuperate,
You need to
man.
go recuperate. You shouldn't be out.
Yeah.
So
Want me to die?
he starts, I start doing the round, all the rounds at the club. They got the Breas, the Ontarios, the Irvines, and they're all within easy driving.
Working them out. Yeah.
And every one of those clubs he's showing up at still with a wound that's not healed, still with an oxygen tank. And I'm just like, hey, man, can you get better? And it's getting uncomfortable. And I don't know what to tell the guy anymore. And then it gets to the point where he just started showing up at random places on the road. So now it's no longer just local. Now I'm in Santa Barbara. He's showing up in Santa Barbara. I'm in San Diego. He's showing up in San Diego. I'm like, dude, for being all hurt, you travel well.
Yeah.
I wind up doing the whole thing where it's like, now you're back in town again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you've done the whole circuit and you're all the way back. You've done the circle. Now you're back at that same club again. And he shows up. And when I saw him, I said, hey, listen, before you say a word, how about you come back here tomorrow? I'll take you to go eat across the street. And you like barbecue? We'll go have some barbecue. And so, of course, I take him. I don't go alone. I take my crew because I'm like,
fuck yeah.
hey, this guy's healed up now. Who knows what he's capable of?
He sits down. He's like, I was never hurt.
We go, yeah, right?
I cut myself open.
We go across the street and we're eating, and we're trying to interview the guy. We're trying to find out what's going on with him. Why is he just, the way that he is? Come to find out, he used to stalk Bob Hope. Yeah, he's like,
he volunteers this?
Well, he doesn't I don't think he realized. He's like, you know what? We'd always be waiting for him at the back door, and he always remembered us. He's like, hey, it's you again. And we're like, yeah, it's us again. And I'm like, you were stalking Bob Hope.
Yeah.
And then he goes, they try to go watch Andrew Dice Clay. And I guess Andrew Dice Clay was like, he just didn't give a shit and cussed him out. And like, he was so rude. And I'm like, really? That's what it took?
He's like, Dice was a fucking asshole.
He was so rude. And
fuck out of here.
So anyways, we have the dinner, and I go, listen, I'm glad you pulled through. You had your surgery, man. Way to go. You start taking better care of yourself. You're older.
How old a person are we talking about?
He's, man, at least no less than 65.
What?
Yeah. We wind up outside. We took some pictures, and I gave him a big hug, and I says, hey, so I'm glad we finally got to make this happen. So, again, I'm happy for you. And as I'm walking away, he grabs my shoulder and he goes, So listen, let me know when you're ready for me to cook that dinner for you.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah. And he still shows up from time to time.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's kind of terrifying.
Oh my God.
And he cornered me one day and he goes, I just want you to know I don't come to your shows to watch your show. I come here to see you.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, if you weren't so old, you'd be like a real,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do?
But you have,
and I never want to be rude. I never want to be mean, but man, it's just like,
No.
what are you supposed to do?
You're supposed to be rude and mean. Let me tell you, as a woman, someone that deflects creeper attention all the time. That's the one thing, if I could tell women listening, because that's what we have, this thing of women should always be polite and nice and you should never be rude. Fuck all that. If you feel like you're being threatened, be rude. That's why women get victimized all the time, because they're afraid of being rude. You're protecting yourself and your boundaries. It's okay to be a little rude. No.
Let me ask you something.
He doesn't respect your boundaries.
White
no
guy?
way. 100%
Yeah.
white
Yeah.
guy.
So how about this? You go, hey, Cracker, next fucking time you show up at one of my shows, I'm going to have the whole fucking power of Mexico behind me.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
You have a bodyguard?
You familiar with a little fella named Chapo? Huh?
Play the clip.
Your homies.
Sureño 13.
Fucking G'd up 13 guy,
Yeah.
homie.
Bring these guys on
The
the road.
Syrian Sucio.
Yeah, this is that guy is out of line, dude.
Yeah, look, when I go to the grocery store, sunglasses on, bro. I don't make eye contact. I mind my own No, bro. No. Remember that Silence of the Lambs movie? Remember Silence of the Lambs?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, he's pretending to have a cast on his arm. And he's like, can you help me put my couch in the truck?
Yeah.
And then she's afraid to be rude. And she's like, yeah, I guess so. And you see her hesitate, like, I don't really want to help this guy.
Yep.
Go, Molly.
Yeah.
Check out the enemigas right there, homie.
That's
So-
how you get victimized.
Oh,
No.
so let me tell you
Be
where it went
rude.
from there.
Wait, it goes further?
What?
It goes further. So then the guy finds out, we all have comedy buddies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Sometimes we crash their shows, and some of my openers, I'd start promoting their shows on my social media. And
Who's your homeboy with the
Alfred?
Alfred. Yeah.
So I go and I'd crash his show.
Yeah.
And it became, if he's out doing his show and I'm not doing nothing, I'm gonna go crash his gig. I don't care.
Yeah.
He found out that I would do that, and so now anytime I promote any of my friends, so if I promote an Alfred gig or Ian Bag,
Yeah, he
love
is the best.
bagels.
so I hit up Ian one night. He was at the Comedy Magic, and he goes, "Hey, you want to come by?" I go, "Yeah, sure, man. I'd love to come by." And I put a thing online. Hey, check out my friend Ian Bag. He's gonna perform at the Comedy Magic Club, and the manager of the club calls me and he says, "Hey, guess who's here, front row center?" And I'm like, "No."
Fucking Roger.
And I stayed home. I go, "Thanks for the heads up. Tell
Yeah.
Ian I'm sorry." So the guy starts stalking Ian. It starts coming to Ian's still. So I'm like, oh my God, it's like that whole that Stephen King movie, The Thinner, like White Man from Town. So I transferred
the energy
I
onto
transferred
him.
the energy. So now he stalks Ian.
Oh, no.
How come you're at every show? I see you at every show. Oh.
But I bet you Bagels talk some shit. He's like, hey, creeper.
I've seen you 15 times at my show.
Here again.
That's a pretty decent Ian Bag.
Don't you have something else to do, sir?
He is so goddamn funny.
He's hysterical.
He is so
And he don't care
talented.
either. So if
Yeah.
He is so
if he gets that dinner invite, I'm pretty sure what Ian's gonna say.
He will also massacre that guy. He'll spend 25
Yes.
minutes, right? If that guy ends up going to enough shows, Ian's just going to have a 20-minute bit on that
him.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is so brilliant. We did South Africa with Ian Bag, and he would just make up stuff on the spot. Remember when we talk about the Afghanistan guys with monkey beards?
Oh, yeah.
What did he say?
Because, like,
With
there's a
colored
thing about,
beards.
like, dyeing your beard. It's like a religious thing there, And, like
what are you doing with your life?
Some people have that, and it's obviously, like, it's more common, like, in that whatever religious sect does that. He's like, you look like a fucking orangutan.
Yeah.
Look like an orangutan at the zoo. And people were like
Yes.
hysterical, but half like the backstage crew of the festival, they're like, "What's he doing?" I was like, "Fucking this is what he does." I mean, they were like, they thought it would go south,
yeah.
But he would just rip, man. He would rip him.
And then we would be in the van with this guy and his girlfriend, and they were just canoodling all the time. And remember, Ian would be like, baby talk.
Baby
Just
talk.
be like, baby talk.
Baby talk.
Annoying. Yeah. God,
Baby talk.
he's just so natively funny.
He's hysterical.
And he opens
I
for
love
you?
Ian. No, I've taken him on the road with me before.
Yes.
But he's not an opener by any
No.
means.
Fuck
He's,
no.
you know, he was just a headliner that decided to freaking just go on the road with me.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
a killer.
Oh, I told him one time, like maybe during that festival, I want you to know that if it ever popped off for me, I would never take you to open
Never.
for me. Never. Like it was like total destruction.
Why do you want to work that hard?
Yeah, I was like, fuck
Why
that,
do you
dude.
work that hard?
He's like, why is that? I go, because of this shit, man.
So funny.
People falling in the aisles. I don't want to fucking follow you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. He's amazing. Fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
just sitting with him.
I've never done South Africa, and I want to
it's
go.
lovely.
Well, now you
but-
got to go too, because the show's
It's
huge there.
fantastic. It really is such a lovely place. We did Durban, Johannesburg. We didn't go to Cape Town,
Which was crazy.
which is terrible. We
Because
didn't have
everyone's
time.
like, you got to go to and
That's like the main city.
supposed
to
to
that's
go
be
the
to.
main.
beautiful.
Yeah. But Jayburg,
we
with
loved
Durban,
it.
where else?
There was one more, wasn't
Yeah.
there? I can't remember now. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
just
amazing.
beautiful, lovely people.
Are you wrapped on your season right now? Are you
No,
done?
we're on hiatus this week. We have we're halfway through, so we got 6 in. We need 6 more.
Wow.
Damn. And are you writing it too?
No, I
No,
stay
yeah.
in my lane.
Yeah.
I'm not
Smart
I'm
guy
not a
right
script
here.
writer. If anything, day of the show, I'll improvise if I think that I can take it a certain direction, especially once we have the scene in the can.
Yeah.
Once the scene is done and they're like, okay, this is an alt or this is for coverage.
Yeah.
Then I'll play. Then I'm like, all right, well, it's a free for all then now, and so I'll change up the
Yeah.
jokes.
But you have fun doing the show.
Yes. Thursdays are my days. During the week, that's the work. But when
Yeah.
there's a live audience there, then I can challenge the writing and be like, okay, if I don't think the joke's funny enough, then I'll go for it.
That's awesome.
I've tried that during the week, and the writers will not laugh at anything but what they
Yeah.
write.
Right.
They're conditioned, and I'll
Yeah,
try to
yeah.
throw something in there, and they're just like, "Oh, really?
Not having
Okay,
it.
here
Yeah.
we go."
Yeah. And they're like, but my joke's the shit. Yeah. Writers are totally like that.
Yeah.
So precious with their material.
Precious.
Dude, that is a wild story about the
No,
fucking.
I know.
And I know he's
He's listening to this for sure.
he's because I'm gonna promote this, and he's gonna watch.
You like soup? I made that soup.
But
you like?
he throw no names out there, but he knows.
He knows.
He knows.
Oh, you just watched a highlight from your mom's house. And if you want to see more, just watch one of these videos or highlights here and definitely subscribe here. That way you can be kept abreast of all the brand new. Yes, I said the word, Tom. Don't judge me with your eyes.
Try it out.